Hey all, welcome to the channel. Mike here, and it's time to get the old carburetor off the 67 Camaro behind me. So, like a lot of you, right, I started doing some research online, looking around at different EFI and fuel injection setups, right, and the big names, just like everyone else. You know, you got Holley out there with their sniper products, you got Phytech out there that's been doing it for a long time, right? I came across another company, it's called ACEs EFi, right? So hadn't heard about them a whole lot, started doing some reviews. They don't look like a company that's been around for a whole long time. They have been out there for a few years. If you get on YouTube or look around, you're gonna see some reviews on them. You're gonna see some videos done about their installs and stuff like that. So what I did, I started taking a look at them, and to be honest, you can't beat their price, right? So it was around Christmas time. They had some pretty good deals going on. And the price for one of their setups to go EFI was somewhere around half the price of, you know, the competitors. So I decided, hey, I'll give them a shot. And you know, like when I was doing my research, there wasn't much out there. There was a couple of bad reviews that had really no context to them at all. There were a lot of pretty decent reviews that had a little bit more context to them. But what I figured I would do is I'd create this series and then basically just kind of walk you through my experience with the system and the company in general, and kind of where we're at. So in here I've got it's a killshot EFI. I bought their Ultra kit. It pretty much came with everything. And I'll go through this with you here in a little bit. But I want to talk about first the ordering process, right? And I've seen some comments on Facebook and stuff with other people kind of experiencing similar things. So I ordered this the week before Christmas. So it's, you know, late January now, so almost a month ago, not quite a month ago. If you look at their website, I think they have like a 5-day shipping policy. So just right off the bat, I kind of knew not to expect it super fast. Being Christmas, and I wasn't in a rush to get it. You know, I figured a couple weeks, no big deal. So it did take about 3 weeks before the item itself shipped. Other issues I kind of ran into, right? Originally, I wanted their gold one, or their kind of like anodized gold color EFI setup. At the time that I bought it, it showed that it was in stock on the website. And then as I started inquiring around, you know, week 2, any updates on when my items are going to ship or anything like that, that's when I was informed that they were out of the gold and that I could replace it with one of their polished or black models if I chose to. I did go ahead and at that point I didn't mind anyways, but I just went ahead and went with the black one. And that's what they sent out to me. I will say I didn't try calling their hotline. I did use just their emails. They were fairly responsive, right? So I would send them an email. Usually within a couple hours, I'd get something back. The only real issue I have with the whole ordering process so far is kind of just really lack of communication. You know, you order this, and then you don't hear anything about it really, and then you have to ask like, hey, is there any updates? You get a vague answer like, we're working hard to get your package out. And I got that, but I mean, at least throw some timelines out there like, hey, we got swamped with the holidays, it's going to be about 10 business days for us to get it out to you all, or anything like that. That would have been nice to kind of hear that stuff up front. And just, you know, I'm all about working with small companies. I understand it, and I actually prefer it. But I think just being transparent with expectations and stuff up front. And if they're running slow, they're running slow, and that's fine, right? The car it drives fine with the carburetor on it, so it's not like it's holding my project up or anything like that. So far, that's kind of been my experience. The other thing I want to mention about their Ultra kit, so this thing is designed to have everything in it, right? It's got distributor, it's got the coil, it's got the throttle body. It comes with a fuel pump of your choice. You can do it in the tank and out of the tank. so on and so forth. The issue I have with the ordering process is only certain pump options offer lines with them. Right, so if you did the inline, it would come with the 6AN fuel line to run for it. But if you did the in tank or the tight fit one, I believe is what they call it, it doesn't come with any lines. So I think it would be nice to at least have the option on there, even if it's an extra charge or something like that, just to be able to have that little drop down that says yes, include 20-foot fuel line and fittings or something like that. Not necessarily a negative or anything like that against the company. I did order some. I ordered some I'm going to butcher the name, Fragola fuel line, some products that I've used before. So it's not an issue. It would have been nice to have it all in one spot. Along with that, when my package finally did ship out, it was great communication. I got the shipping number, UPS, all that good stuff. The only issue I had with it is after I went back and kind of reviewed it, after it'd been shipping for a couple days, I realized that they didn't ship the fuel regulator and gauge and that little kit out as well. And then I went back and looked in the cart and it was sitting in there showing pending still. So they shipped it separately. It actually just shipped a couple days ago. I don't have it yet, but I think I probably would have preferred just to wait and have it all shipped together. If they had just shot me an email like, hey, we're still back order on this one part. It's planning on coming in a week or something, and we'll ship it out. Or, give me the option or whatever, because it really does me no good to have the whole kit sitting here if I don't have the fuel regulator, unless I had one sitting on the shelf, and I don't currently. So, with all that being said, so far, everything made it here. I have opened the box because, to be honest with you, the box looked damaged when I got it. So I was a little worried maybe that it had come open or something like that during shipping. But after some further investigation, I don't really think that was what was going on. Right? So I'm going to show you what it looked like to the best of my ability when I got it. All right, so you can kind of see as well what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see the box. I've opened it up, obviously. Right? But the box has got this real nice EFi printed tape on it. And I was like, okay, so that must have been from the company itself. And then I had this clear tape on it as well. And I was like, okay, so maybe it opened up during shipping and the shipper just taped it back up so that nothing would fall out of it. Right? But as I started opening it up, because this black ACE EFi tape was on the inside, I realized at the time, well, that tape's not broken. And actually what I think happened here is whoever wrapped this up and they just taped this across and then put this over the top and then threw some extra tape on it, which I don't know why they did it. It really made the box not very secure, I feel like. But as far as I can tell, like I said, I only quickly opened it up and looked. I really haven't dug everything out of here yet. As far as I can tell, nothing inside of it looks to be damaged or lost. So all right, so without further ado, I'm just going to open everything up. We're going to go through this. I'll probably move this box down on the floor so you all can see what everything as I kind of lay it out. And then we'll talk about the items that come with the Ultra kit. So. All right, so right on top, they've got their packing list or receipt for everything that should be in here, right? So they should make it fairly easy to to go through as well. So in this kit that I got, they did an upgrade deal, and I think this was a Christmas promotional deal, but and originally these will come with a 5-inch handheld. This one came with what they're calling the 7-inch Pro Dash. It also came with an adjustable AN wrench, like a aluminum AN wrench that will work for 4 through 16, which is kind of nice. It came with an air filter and housing kit. This one came with a Blackjack Pro distributor. with a mag pickup. It also came with their Blackjack Pro Series ignition coil for a low profile. It came with the fuel regulator and gauge, which is kind of funny that it says it's on here because I know that it shipped out separately. Came with a pressure sensor kit. Came with their system ECU. For the killshot, it also came with, this is another promotional, I believe, for Christmas. It came with their High Roller Classic, which is like their CID box, kind of like a MSD 6AL or something, just to control energy to the spark. It came with their High Roller Classic full harness. It came with the killshot's harness. It says it came with small parts and components, EFi kit accessories. I'm not sure what those are. Came with sensors and small electronics for the CTS sensor, solenoids and small electronics for the wideband O2 sensor. Came with the throttle body assembly itself. I did order mine with the tight fit in-tank pump, and that's designed to go with a fuel injected tank. So knowing that this car is 67 and it's as old as it is, it does have the original tank in it. I've had it out before and looked at it. It's in good shape, but I knew that if I was going to go fuel injection, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have any type of debris possibly getting into the system or anything like that. So I just went ahead and ordered a brand new tank from Tanks Inc. Looks exactly like the factory one, except it has the mounting provisions for a in-tank fuel pump and a separate mounting provision for the fuel sending unit itself. With the dash, with the 7-inch Pro Dash, it came with some universal mounts so that you can mount this thing on your dash, or you can hang it from your windshield. And it also came with a USB CAN cable. When they shot me the message about the color on the killshot itself being different, not being able to get the gold one at the time, they did offer me a hat, which I thought was kind of cool. So they did throw in a trucker hat in this one as well. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dig into the box, kind of show you what we got. So I'm just going to start at the top and we'll work our way through it. So here's the killshot trucker hat. All right, not too bad, pretty nice little hat. I'm a hat guy, I kind of like them, so pretty cool. Here's the A-N wrench, also pretty nice. It's really great that it came in really nice little bags that are sealed. From what I've read about some of the other bigger brands, right, sometimes you just get a box with a bunch of parts thrown in it and they're not really that nice. These are well separated, very nice branding on the bags, all the sensors, and it looks like I got some A-N fittings with some push style barbed ends on them. Looks like this box here took a little damage. I don't know if that was damaged prior to them sticking it in the bigger box or if it got damaged in shipping. However, there's a big foam piece in here that looks like the components in it. I'm not sure really what this is. Okay, so this is the coil. So you can see the damage to the box probably didn't affect anything because it's got such a nice like laser cut foam. Right, so nice big coil. Right, looks like it came with hardware, which is great because a lot of products don't nowadays. Right. Also came with a little instruction manual. Put this box back together real quick. Nice little box though that it came in. Looks like you got the wideband O2 sensor, another nice little box here. Some marketing stickers, pretty nice. A lot of companies used to throw these in their boxes and they don't do it so much anymore, and it's kind of a shame. You know, some guys like to run them. I throw them on my toolboxes and stuff. I kind of like to have some of that stuff around. Looks like the control harness here, like I said, very professionally built. Everything in here looks like it's labeled so you can easily tell what everything is and where it's going to be run to. Very nice. It's a killshot ECU. Once again, awesome box. ECU's in there. For the price that you pay for this thing, I mean, the quality looks awesome. And you know, unfortunately, you know, I'm a big fan of buying U.S. products. Unfortunately, you know, this stuff is obviously made in China. But everything nowadays is, so it's really hard to buy things like this specifically from good American companies. The nice thing is obviously Ace Fuel Injection is an American company. They just source some of their products from China. So still supporting, you know, U.S. businesses and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, there's a lot of good Chinese equipment out there, just like there's a lot of bad stuff out there, and there's a lot of bad United States produced equipment out there, just like there's good stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. Looks like we got the high roller. This is the CDI box. All right, awesome unit. Looks very robust. I like how it looks sealed. Really nice on the back. It's got a laser engraved diagram of how to set this thing up. That's a pretty cool feature on there. Like I said, I don't know what a lot of this stuff is because it's the first time going through it, but oh, looks like you got the Pro Dash here, so I mean that looks pretty much like a tablet. Also comes with looks like the connecting wires and everything. Pretty cool. Be interested to get that up and running and see how it functions. Alright, so this is the fuel cleaner that came with it. Like I said, this was I don't know if this is offered in all their deals or if this was part of the promotion deal or because it was the Ultra, but looks like a nice piece of cast aluminum. Yeah, piece of cast aluminum with a paper element in it. Pretty neat. I don't know if we'll use it on this ride or not. I have an air cleaner on there, so but kind of nice to have, and we'll see how it works out. Alright, probably the cheesiest wrapper that I've seen so far, but this looks like the universal mount for the screen. And it just looks like a basic universal mount that you'd use on your phone or something to attach it to the windshield, but I don't know if this is an ACEs thing or something they get aftermarket because it doesn't have the same branding on it that the ACEs stuff does. So. Looks like maybe some small parts, some isolator bushings and stuff like that. Looks like they put a keychain and stuff in here. Another cool little bag with just some small parts and stuff. This is their USB CAN connector. I think this is I believe this is what you use to hook up the Pro Dash. I could be wrong. We'll find out when we start going through and getting everything set up on the car. This is the high roller for this is the wiring harness for that CID controller. So another nice piece. It looks like everything here is wrapped really well. Nice loom on all the wiring and stuff. So looks pretty good. Alright, so we've got the Blackjack Pro Series distributor. Once again, it's nice packaging all in all. Everything looks really good in here. here's a distributor. Looks like billet aluminum. It's all anodized black. It's pretty cool. Comes with you know, hardware and stuff like that. Box did take a little bit of a hit. I don't know if that's just the way it was shipped out here, but I mean the inside packaging looks so robust. I'm not concerned about it at all. So. The small box in here, not sure what that is. Pretty smashed, whatever it was. I say that's like a water coolant switch. I think that's what that is. Not sure if that fell out of one of the boxes or if it was just like that, but some more stickers. Here's the tight fit in-tank fuel pump. Once again, some awesome packaging here. Oh, there's the stock. It's got a little manual that comes with it. This is the first manual I've seen in the box so far. So I did read that through some of the other comments that they don't really throw the paper manuals in anymore. But they're on their website, so pretty easy. What I did is I went in there and I just downloaded all the manuals for each one of the components, and I built a little binder for them so that I would have hard copies with me when I was going through and installing everything on the car. So it's 255, I guess LPH, so liters per hour. Yeah, it says it should be able to. Or no, that's their 340. It says they're 340 liters per hour. Pump services up to 1,600 horsepower. I'm guessing the 255 is probably good to 650, which is what this system's rated at, which is more than enough because this little motor that I got in here, which is a Blueprint 350 motor, makes about 420 to the crank. So we should have some room to expand. All right, here's the last item in the box, and this one I'm guessing is going to be the actual throttle body assembly itself. Again, awesome packaging. Everything's really well secured in there. Got gaskets, you got mounting studs. You got the air cleaner stud, and looks like a couple of ball studs and stuff to go on it, so you can hook different things up. We kind of got a little bit of everything in there, which is nice because usually when you're doing projects like this, you always got to run up to a hardware store or to the parts store and pick up these little small items. So it's really awesome that they put those in there for you. Awesome. So here's the throttle body assembly. Very robust, very heavy duty feeling. It looks like a really nice piece. Everything on it looks really well put together. This thing is supposed to be 1,000 CFM with 100-pound injectors, which will support the 650 horsepower. It has the ability to do blow through and draw through boost applications, which is great because I do plan on eventually supercharging this car, probably putting a Vortex supercharger on it, or a Pro Charger or something like that. And that's part of the reason I went with one of these systems. If you go with some of the other competitors, they, not all of their systems are built for boost, right? So you have to buy specifically for them. And from what I've heard, there's some drawbacks when you're not running, things like that. So, so that's that. Okay. So real quick, like I said, and I kind of alluded to it already, obviously we're missing the fuel regulator for this thing. and that will come in the next couple of days. I'll post it up so that everyone can see it as well. Which I think is kind of odd because, like I said, the packing list here does specifically have it on here, so you wouldn't think that it would be on here if it wasn't in the box. Some other things that I had to buy with the kit, because the kit, while it kind of is advertised as an one size fits all type deal, it has everything you need, it really isn't. So other things that I bought, so I got the Fragola PTFE lined hose, right? This stuff is it's got a lot of really good reviews. It's some really heavy duty stuff. PTFE will allow us to run pretty much any fuel or automotive fluid through this thing that we want to. So you can use this stuff for coolant lines, transcooler lines, brake lines, right? Fuel lines. You can run E85 through this. You can run, from what I understand, methanol and stuff like that through this. So it's really good stuff. And then with the line, obviously, I bought an assortment of different fittings, some 45s, some 90s, some straight ones. Just not knowing specifically what I'm going to need for this car here, right? So in addition to what I paid for the kit, which at the time, and I'll share it with you, if the price is on here, I don't remember it off the top of my head. It was around $1,300 with taxes and everything. So another couple $100 in fuel lines and fittings. So all in all, probably, let's say roughly $1,500 for this entire setup, which I think is really great, because if you're looking at some of the competitors out there, like I said, that will basically get you their stripped down entry package, which will basically get you just the TBI unit itself and maybe some of the wiring harness, but you're not going to get the fuel pump, you're not going to get the distributor or the CID controller or all those extra things at that price level. So as far as bang for the buck, this definitely has it. Functionality and overall performance, we'll find out as we kind of move along through this series. But I hope you got something from this. I hope my insights help you make some decisions. Like I said, unfortunately, I had to wait a little while for it, a few weeks for them to ship it. Is that the company's fault? Nah, I don't know. I ordered it right during the holidays. Obviously, shipping is crazy. The country also saw some pretty severe weather there for a couple of days in the Midwest and stuff. I'm all the way out on the West Coast here in California, so we also have fires and stuff like that going on, which is affecting some shipping and everything. However, I will say once the item did ship, it actually got here a day earlier than advertised through USPS, so I don't know if it was affected by any of those events, but I think it's completely understandable for companies to move a little bit slower, especially smaller companies during the holidays. The only criticism I guess I would have at all is for them to just be a little more upfront about those issues and expectations, so that we as customers aren't trying to kind of build timelines at home on when we have enough time. I mean, I work daily, 5 days a week, just like I'm sure most of you do. So it's really hard to know when we can work on these projects and schedule those things out. And it makes it even harder when you can't specifically rely on an item or a project showing up on time. So I hope that review helped you out. Like I said, everything in the kit looks really awesome. I don't think there's going to be any issues. From what I've heard, their tech support is pretty good. I've gotten online, I've downloaded all their different installation files and some of their tuning files and stuff like that. I made a big book, and I'll have it out during the next couple of videos. You'll see it, but I would recommend, if you're interested in it, you can open up those docs without buying anything, start reading through some of them and kind of see what it all is going to entail. Right, the system is designed to kind of learn the car itself, but if you have like a really radical cam setup, or you're making some pretty crazy horsepower, stuff like that, you probably are going to have some tuning ability. This car is full hydraulic roller. It has a fairly mild cam in it, really. So we'll see what the self-learning part of this does, and then we'll go from there as far as what we need to tweak and get this thing tuned out. But please join me on my channel. Right, this will be up there. I'm trying to grow it as much as I can along with working, but I do plan on bringing more videos as we install the system on the car, along with kind of a review after everything's up and running. I'll bring you along for the first couple of weeks as the car's learning the tune and I'm driving it back and forth to work, and then I'll give you some touch points along the way as far as durability and longevity goes. So once again, Mike here. I appreciate you stopping by with me, and then like I said, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so you get alerted when I post up the next videos. All right, thanks.